King Edgy here, bringing you another Gen 1 video. In this video, we are reclimbing the ladder. That's right, off camera we've fallen from number 1, and we're sitting at number 5 right now. And our hope is just to get back to number 1, have a few battles and see how it goes. So here's our team. It looks pretty decent, and I think that I'm just going to go ahead and Blizzard to start. Hey, nice. Oh, less nice. Okay, so a good body slam there got us paralyzed, which is a bummer. If he Mega Drains, it'll do enough to put him out of Blizzard range. So I think this Tango is going to go Mega Drain. I'm going to go to Charmander and Fire Blast for the knockout. Ooh, goes Chansey with the switch. I like it. I like it. I'm going to Swords Dance. I think he'll paralyze us. But I'm not sure what will happen next, so I'm actually going to Fire Blast here. Oh, what a call, too. Unfortunate, but that's how it goes sometimes. And we're right back to it. Yeah, I wasn't sure what he'd do there. I didn't necessarily predict the ghost, but I did think, oh, it's less likely that he would let Chansey take a big hit here, so might as well throw the Fire Blast out and see what happens. Honestly, I was thinking maybe Tangle would come back in. But now we're in a bit of a bind here because Seal does a lot of damage to Charmander. It doesn't do much damage to Seadra though, so we'll go out Seadra. Eat this Surf without too much trouble. And now, do we just go for Blizzards and try to freeze this thing? I guess so. We don't get the freeze, that's unfortunate. Last time he used Thunder Wave. I assume he knows Thunderbolt as well, if that's the case. And we predict it correctly. Going out to Dugtrio seems like the right move. So let's try it and see. Oh no, it's Seismic Toss Ice Beam Chansey. Okay, not great. Definitely going to use Ice Beam next turn. So we can't stay in with Dugtrio, right? Or can we? Ice Beam does a maximum of 65%. We've got 67%. We're going to try it. Hope for the crit to get the knockout on Chansey. Hey! There we go. I mean, that was a big risk, but at the same time, Dugtrio's speed is so high that it's got almost a 1 in 3 chance of getting a critical hit on any given attack, so can't feel too bad about it. And now we're just gonna resume trying to get the freeze, I think. That make the most sense? Damage might make more sense, because we can't really do a lot of damage to Seal. I guess we'll just try a Surf. It's a little safer than Blizzard. It definitely gets damage off, right? Which is always good. Now we've got a lot of damage off. So let's see. Okay, and we can't complain. We got the critical hit Surf, so that's how it goes sometimes. And now what's really tough is that Seal probably knows Body Slam. And so I have to think about this, because if I go to Kadabra, which can 2-shot Seal, Kadabra could get paralyzed. So I think going Poliwrath is the right play here. And I think I'm going to click Amnesia and see what happens. Alright, we get the Amnesia off. He does go Body Slam, and it doesn't paralyze us, which is good. And I'm wondering if he thinks we might go for a second Amnesia. So I'm just going to go Psychic here, maybe hope he switches to Gengar. Either way, it would take 2 attacks to knock out Seal, so we'll try this and see. Okay, he gets a second Body Slam off. It still doesn't paralyze us, and we're okay to Psychic here to get the knockout on Seal, which is big. As you see our team there, Charmander done in 1 hit, Dugtrio done in 1 hit, Bulbasaur. You know, Seal has super effective Blizzard for Kadabra. Could get paralyzed by a Body Slam. So not our favorite situation, but we'll take it. Knocking out that Seal then. Huge. Really nice. Really good and helpful. And now we'll wait and see what happens next. Poliwrath thinks about its next move. And I think about its next move. And right, I was wondering, will we go Gengar? He knows we have Dugtrio, and he knows we have a paralyzed Charmander, so I don't know that he's going to go Thunderbolt or Hypnosis. He could do either one of those things. I haven't seen any of his moves yet, so I really don't know what he's going to do. We're also not terribly afraid of him because of Dugtrio and Kadabra, so I think we're going to switch out. Hey, cool. And now, let's see if he's got anything else that can really take a Fire Blast here. Charmander's Fire Blast is no joke. Like, it can do some good damage, so just curious to see if he decides to stay in with Gengar. It's nice because Gengar doesn't know Confuse Ray, which means if he attacks Charmander, I think he's a 4-hit KO. Dang. Alright, there's one. No burn, totally fine. Second Fire Blast coming through. Big time. And it gets the burn that time. Now I'm going to switch to Kadabra and Psychic. Because this way I save Charmander. And Charmander will be good to switch into later. I felt really confident doing that since Gengar got burned. Even if it had Explosion, Kadabra could have survived it. And this is just one of those things. You switch, that way, when it's time, you can sack Charmander and then get a really good follow-up matchup here. And that's kind of what I wanted to do, just to be able to get Poliwrath in pretty comfortably here. And rather than Amnesia or anything fancy, I'm just going straight for the Surf. I need damage off on this Dugtrio. If he switches out, that's okay, because we have the Blizzard in the back to knock out Tangela. Now we get to see his last, presumably. It's Meowth. Oh, dang. Meowth's a really good last. Holy cow, Meowth is a good last. I'm really regretting not going for the Amnesia now. I thought the greed would get to me. Well, I guess we just go Surf again. Slash did 35, so it's possible it won't do the rest, but it does, and that's okay. Now we have to check out some calculations here. So Slash from Meowth does minimum 71. Our Dugtrio's Earthquake does maximum 49. Oof, we only have 66% health left. And Meowth versus Kadabra is nearly a one-hit KO. So I guess the question is, what do we choose here? Well, Bulbasaur can take a hit from Meowth and do some good damage with Razor Leaf. So I think we go to Dugtrio. Again, we hope for the crit. If not, we take the damage. We settle for the damage. And the damage will be good enough to put Meowth in range for Bulbasaur. For a Bulbasaur Body Slam. And now Meowth does about half damage to us. Dugtrio comes in. It can't kill us from that range without a crit, but we should be able to take it home with a Razor Leaf. And that's the hope here. A good Body Slam to Meowth, and then a good Razor Leaf to Dugtrio, and GG's all around. Let's see if that plays out how we hope. Wow, you know, but this would have been so much easier if I had amnesia with Polyrath. I was worried about amnesiaing because if he stayed in with Dugtrio and tried to just fire Earthquakes, it would have been, I think, okay. Oh, that was nice. No crit on the Body Slam, no paralysis on the Body Slam. So now we're feeling pretty good, but let's just check. Razor Leaf is a guaranteed knockout if it crits, and it should crit most of the time. And we get it. All right. That's a solid first game. So we're slowly climbing the ladder here, which is good. So again, here's where we started at the ladder, 1664. After that battle, we've probably moved up to 4th place on the ladder. We'll see if we can get to 3rd place on the ladder with one more battle. And then maybe we'll call it a day to pick it up next time. Just because that first battle took a little longer than we expected. Again, nothing too fancy in this particular battle. We had that one good prediction of using Fire Blast after the Swords Dance, which unfortunately didn't pay off because we got fully paralyzed. And then we stayed in with the Dugtrio to get off the Earthquake. That didn't seem to matter too much because if he did hit us with that Ice Beam, we would have survived. We would have still been in range for that Meowth slash. Meowth ended up taking us out from, you know, almost 70% anyway. So not a huge deal. The only thing is, if he had switched out Chansey to save it, then other things could have happened. So that crit definitely went in our favor big time. But, you know, that's how it swings. We got paralyzed on the first turn when Seadra could have knocked Tangela out pretty comfortably. So just a lot going on in that battle. I think the luck mostly evened out. And our team was just a little bit better. Polyrath actually was really nice in that battle. So was Bulbasaur. But such is life when you get to the top of the ladder, that the search takes a while longer. Just the way that Showdown works, it tries to give you someone of similar ELO if it can. And so that's what we're waiting on here. Maybe someone has joined that is looking for a battle and is near our level, and if not, the longer it searches, the more willing it is to compromise. So here we are against Merchant, maybe, and we've got a favorable matchup to start with. We've got Bellsprout versus Dugtrio. I expect the switch out. Who would he switch out to? A fire type? I'm going to just go Stun Spore. I think it's the safe play. He goes Primeape. We get it paralyzed, which is great. We're not too scared about Dugtrio because we have 2 water types in the back. Each of them, Dugong definitely one-shots with Blizzard. Polyrath might, I'm not sure. But Primeape's a 2-shot with Razor Leaf. Alright, let me try this again. But Primeape is a 2-shot with Razor Leaf. And so, not a big deal unless we get paralyzed by his Body Slam. Now we'll wait and see. Perhaps a fire type does come out at this point. Not totally sure what will happen. But feeling pretty good. Dugtrio is not a big threat, and Dugtrio can be a big threat depending on your team. So we'll just wait and see here. And taking some good time. And we get 1 Razor Leaf off. He doesn't paralyze us. Wow, Bellsprout, are you kidding me? Look at the accuracy of Razor Leaf. It hit 1 out of 3 times. It should hit 95% of the time. Come on, Bellsprout. Get it together. Very lucky that Primeape got paralyzed. And here comes the fire type. I am so surprised that it didn't come out earlier, but that's okay. We can comfortably switch to Polyrath, who can eat this Fire Blast like a boss and put something to sleep. Merchant was really reluctant to switch out Polyrath, so he might just be I want to stay in, I want to prove the skill of my Pokemon here, and it seems to be the case. Staying in, and that's fine by us. we're just going to go ahead and whittle down Moltres here with some Surfs. Even if Moltres wakes up this turn. Actually, this is a mechanic I don't know. If Moltres woke up, I don't think it would be able to Sky Attack. I think it would need another turn. But here we are. And we're just going to Submission. Does 50%. Okay, Surf did 26 last time, so Surf should be able to take this the rest of the way out. If not, we can go Dugong, and Dugong should be able to take it the rest of the way out with Surf, so no problem. Does Clefable no Thunderbolt? Maybe. It often does. But it could be Blizzard, Body Slam, Hyper Beam, and maybe it is based on that attack. But we do get it the rest of the way, which is nice. We still survive a Dugtrio Earthquake also if he wants to switch in, because Poliwrath is like kind of nice, right? 220 defense is pretty good. Special is serviceable. Got a good amount of health. So just kind of overall pretty good. And here's who we don't want to see. It's Mewtwo. Mewtwo, always terrifying, but got a couple of things going for us here that we will reveal in time. The big one being, I've got Ditto. This guy doesn't like to switch out. Oh, wow. And we've got Ditto here. I think we'll find out Rest or Recover. It's Rest. It's Rest. Okay. Oh, bummer. We came in to really do some damage there. Didn't get what we wanted. Hey, alright. I'm taking that. The switch to Seal. We've got Poliwrath. He can eat a couple of these attacks from Seal. I think pretty comfortably, actually. So we can do some good damage. Seeing that Seal has Mimic, we don't think Seal has Rest, which is really nice. So it probably means Seal's Body Slam, Surf, Blizzard, Mimic. And that's great, because we can just kind of chip it down. 31%, that's really good. Bellsprout is slower, so can't finish it off, but... But Pikachu can finish it off. And I think, though, I'm going to use Body Slam. And here's why. He might switch. I know he's been reluctant to switch, but he might switch. And Body Slam catches Dugtrio really well. It also, if it hits and doesn't switch, leaves Seal in range of Dugong's attack, and Dugtrio can't come out into Dugong, so Sleeping Mewtwo will come out. So let's see what happens. Okay, he does stay in, and he does knock us out. And now we get to go Dugong to do some good damage here. Great. And now it's Sleeping Mewtwo, Sleeping Moltres, or Dugtrio, right? So it's Ditto's time to shine. Wow. Well, that was really nice. We have a level 88 Moltres. Holy cow, we have a level 88 Moltres. Level 77 Moltres is overpowered. So level 88, forget about it. What do we want to do? I guess we just want to Fire Blast, right? Just kind of see how much damage Fire Blast does. I think now we're going to Agility. Just to make sure we're faster than Dugtrio. I think we are, but now we definitely are. And then we'll Hyper Beam. I think Dugtrio goes down to a single Fire Blast from Moltres. Son of a gun. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Like the worst possible scenario there. Wow, what a bummer. Wow, the miss and the crit. That was the only way that could have happened. Without that crit, we're not getting knocked out there. Alright, so Dugong time. Crit won't knock out Dugong, so we can comfortably go for Blizzard. That was pretty nice. I don't think a Blizzard from this range will knock out Mewtwo, but let's just check. Blizzard does 31 to 36, so it's possible. But the safer play is Body Slam, get the paralysis, and then Surf to knock him out. Or just keep critting. There we go, Dugong. There we go. And I'm just going to continue to try to play safe here. Surf might knock him out, might not. 2 critical hits knock us out for sure. Surf's a 50-50. 1 critical hit, it's noteworthy. 1 critical hit will not knock us out. So I think Surf's the safer play. Oh, sorry. When I said 1 critical hit, what I meant was if he attacks us twice and only gets 1 critical hit, Dugong would still survive. As you could see there, the 30% damage meant that the crit would do about 60. So 60 and 30 is only 90, wouldn't knock us out. Dugong. 3 critical hits in a row to end that game. Great job, Dugong. Great job. And let's go ahead and refresh here. I think it'll take a moment to get both scores in there. It might just update from the first battle. It might update from both. But let's see. Our goal was to move from 5 to 3. And it's going to take its sweet time as it thinks about it. It's got us there at 4. And so should we do another one? That one was kind of fast. Maybe we can squeeze in one more. Try to get up to 3. So that battle went pretty well. I mean, it was really straightforward. We didn't do anything fancy. We got slightly unlucky that our Ditto Moltres missed that Fire Blast. If it had hit, then it could have knocked out Mewtwo in a couple of attacks. But since it missed, we were still in okay shape with Mewtwo being asleep. And again, we did get pretty lucky. But if Mewtwo had woken up there and gone for rest again, we could have switched out to Graveler and then just kind of switched around things a few times. Since we had 3 and he only had 2, I think we were in a fine situation to win either way. So that's what's going on. That is what's going on. We're just going to see. Oh, we did make it to 3. All right. In that case, we have achieved our goal for the day, and I think I'll stop us there. So thanks so much for watching. Any suggestions that you might have, I appreciate them. But here we are, and we're coming for you, Lockstock. Be ready. See you next time.